Welcome, welcome everybody. Welcome to my channel and to another video for FNA class strategies, tactics, and boosts for this week's event. 2 days before Christmas, and of course the Christmas event. I hope everybody have qualified from the qualification stage. And I hope we helped with our last video. So Christmas event, and we are going to visit, as you already know, Australia, France, Austria, United Kingdom, Belgium, Japan, Canada, and Abu Dhabi. That's our 8 tracks for the weekend, and let's go and see how we are going to manage the races. So we begin with Australia. Hutch has given us 100% of okay, we did it the opposite way, 100% rain, so it is by itself a difficult track. Australia, rain makes it even more difficult. So let's see how we're going to approach this race. We have three strategies for this for the wet race. Two of them are with the same mindset. We will go to try and have quick pit stops and gain there some positions. And the third strategy is a little bit different. We will try to gain some positions inside the track. In the track, not during the pit stop. So let's begin. For our first driver, of course, wet compound and 2 equal stints, 4 laps each, and we are going with tune-in, wood, or tulip. We are trying to go and have a quick pit stop. We want to get in the pit lane with other cars and get out before them. That's the main strategy here. So that's why we have chosen tune-in, which has 4 in pit stop times, and it has a lot of corners. It helps us with corners, and Australia has a lot of them. Of course, wood, it's not a wet boost, but it has 5 in pit stop time, so it will give us a very quick pit stop. And tulip, it's not in tulip, it has 3 as a pit stop in pit times, but it has also reliability. It will give us a lot of reliability, and as a result, we will have even quicker pit stop time, because our car will need less time to get a service. Combining 3 in pit stop times and the reliability that tulip gives us, it's almost like a 4 in pit stop times. So the same strategy and the same tactics we're going to use if we go for 5 laps for our first stint and 3 laps in our second stint. Now, the second strategy is we will try to overtake drivers while they are in the pit lane. That's why we will go with 3 laps with a wet compound for our first stint and then 5 laps the second stint. That's why we will use Tsar or Dragon or Frost. We need a tire in order to push in the second stint as much as we can to stay close to the cars ahead and overtake them while they are in the pit lane. So maybe Frost seems a better choice because it has very good tire management, but Tsar and Dragon will give us a little bit of fuel too, and we may need it. So it depends the drivers you have, the fuel management, the tire management they have. You will see, and you can decide by yourself which boost fits the best to your setup. So, track number 2, France. Here we have 25% of a wet race, so we will see both conditions, dry and wet. We know that we have successfully unlocked this track. We have found the way to success, so we'll keep it that way in the dry conditions. For our first driver, 2 pit stops, 3 stints. The first stint with a soft compound, 2 laps, and then with a medium compound, equal stints, 3 laps each. And of course, hook, vice, or instinct. We need speed, but we need a lot of acceleration here because there are a lot of smaller straights that we need to have a good acceleration. For our second driver, we will go with the medium compound, 1 pit stop, 2 equal stints, 4 laps each. That means we need a lot of tire management. Taurus or Frost, our boosts, our let's say only choices if we go with a medium compound. Alternatively, we can use, if we can't go with a medium, we will have to use the hard compound for this strategy, and then maybe Eagle would be enough too. So if it rains, we have, as we said, 25% of percentage of raining. We can go with 1 pit stop for our 2 drivers, 4 laps each for our first driver, with Hex, Tsar, or Merlion, and 5 laps for our first stint and 3 laps for our second stint for the second driver. Here for the 5 laps we will need Frost or Taurus in order to make 5 laps with a wet compound. But we can go for the undercut again here in France, and I think for our at least we should go for this strategy 2-3-3 with Hex, Cranberry, or Merlion. Hex is the best for this strategy, and I think it would be the quickest even in wet conditions, but we'll see. We will try it and we'll see. If it rains, I will try it. I will go for 2 pit stops in for one of my 2 drivers, and probably 4 and 4 for my second driver. So that's it for France. And track number 3, the Red Bull Arena, Austria, the Austrian Grand Prix. And here, well, we need speed, we need acceleration, because we have lots of small straights after let's say heavy, corners, slow corners. Okay, that's it. After slow corners, we have straights, and this repeats 1, 2, 3, 4 times in the race. So acceleration is a big factor here. So we can go for one pit stop, 5 and 4 for our first driver, 4 and 5 laps for our second driver, all with a medium compound. And that's why, and we can use Vice, Lumberjack, Eclipse, Gladiator, and Hook. You can choose any of the 5 for your 2 drivers. If you go for the boosts without tire management, the stint with the 5 laps with a medium compound, we must be a little bit conservative in order to successfully make 5 rounds with a medium compound. If you choose Lumberjack, maybe a little bit of pushing, there is a little bit of space to push the red button a little. So, but I think these are the best tactics, the best strategy to go in Austria. I'm going to try, I think, these two. Alternatively, we can go with the quickest compound, the soft compound, and make two pit stops, 3 equal stints with the soft compound. And because this is a very quick, very fast track, we don't want to lose a lot of time in the pit stop. And if we go with 2 pit stops, then we need wood or tune-in in order to get quick pit times. And then with a soft compound, we can push a little bit more than using the medium compound. So what seems to you better, you can go for it. We will try, maybe we will try both strategies with 1 pit stop and with the 2 pit stops, and see which is best. And if we successfully go to the final, we will keep what we decide it was the quickest. So that's it for Austria. And track 4, the Great Britain Grand Prix, United Kingdom, Silverstone. And here we don't have any chance of rain. It will be a dry race. So it's almost, you can see 2 strategies, but it's like 3. So we if you can, you go, of course we go with 1 pit stop, and we go with a medium and the soft compound if we can, if we have the tire management, and if our driver is good enough and has good tire management. And we will also need Taurus in order to achieve getting 4 laps with a medium compound and 3 with a soft. We will need Taurus or Frost maybe. And if we can't do this, then we go 4 laps with a hard compound and 3 laps with a medium compound. And then we choose Nazar, which is most suited for this strategy. For our second driver, medium and hard, and Palm or Gin as our boosts. We know it's a difficult race to overtake other drivers, but there are some spots and we can try in that spots. Mainly we overtake drivers when they pit, so we'll see. That's for our fourth track, and let's go to Belgium. Last time we tried something a little bit out of the box for Belgium, and we had some problems, especially with stacking. So this time we will go with a different approach. Hutch is giving us 29% of wet race. That's why you see strategies for both dry and wet conditions. So we will go with a very let's say attacking, very attacking, very aggressive strategy for both our drivers. So the first driver, 2 pit stops, all stints with the soft compound. We are going for Dead Fast or Gladiator, and we are going to use the speed of Dead Fast or Gladiator or even Eclipse, but we keep Eclipse for our second driver. We are going to use the speed of Dead Fast in the big straight we have after the beginning of the race. It's in sector 1, the big, as you see it, the red big straight. We're going to use it mainly there. Okay, excuse me. And let's go back to our strategies. So that's why we chose very fast boosts. I told you we will try an aggressive approach this time. And for our second driver, we will not go with a medium compound, but we will go with a hard compound in order to have the tires to push in the straight, in the big straight. Because with a medium compound, you cannot push the red button at all. It's the tire management goes only to get 3 laps on the yellow. So that's the approach we're going tomorrow, and we will use Eclipse or Hex. I would prefer Eclipse, but Hex is okay too. And if we have rain, then again the same tactics, 2 for 3 stints, 2 lap seats for our first driver, Hex or Dead Fast for him, for the first driver, and the second driver, 1 pit stop, 3 laps with a wet compound each, Eclipse or Lumberjack, maybe for pushing a little bit more because it gives us a little bit of tire management. So that's the approach for tomorrow for Belgium. We will try to be aggressive and we'll see if this goes well. And I'm expecting from you feedback to tell me how it went. Well, and of course tomorrow you can join my live session and we can see together how this goes. Okay. Track number 6, Japan. No rain here, so 1 pit stop, of course, as always. 4 laps with a medium compound and 3 with a soft compound, and exactly the opposite for the second driver. Hook Herald and Palm, it's the approach for our first driver, and Butterfly or Gladiator, the approach for the second driver. For our first driver, okay, you can see that the approach is because we don't have big straights, we are trying to have a little bit of good acceleration, especially in the finish line, because that's the straight where most overtaking happens at the end of this straight. For our second driver, we have two different tactics in this strategy. If you use Butterfly, it gives us good tire management and good fuel management in order to push the red button more in both stints. The one approach is this, and the other approach is we will push less. We will push the red button less, mainly in the straight, in the finish line, but we will have more greater speed with Gladiator, and that's why we are going with this. You can choose which tactic suits you better in your style of play, of game. So that's it for Japan. And track number 7, Canada. Canada, dry race again for Canada. So our approach here will be, we have two different approaches. One aggressive, two aggressive strategies and one more passive strategy. So 5 laps with a medium compound and 3 with a soft compound, and there we will use dead fast or lumberjack. If we use dead fast, the 5 laps with a medium compound must be a little bit more conservative. We will push the red button maybe once or twice in the big straight before the finish, before the finish line, and then we will go all the way red in the second stint with a soft compound. If we use lumberjack, maybe we can push, instead of 2 times in the straight, 3 or 4 times in the big straight, and we are talking about the first stint with a medium compound. For our second driver, we can choose 3 laps with a soft compound, 5 laps with a medium compound, Eagle, Rooster or Nazar, and this means we are going the passive, the more passive way, the more passive approach. We will go 3 laps with a soft compound. We will go in the pit, probably we will be by ourselves. Nobody pits in the third lap in Canada, and that's what we're going to do. It's something like an undercut, and then we will push. That's why we are using Eagle, Rooster or Nazar. That gives us good tire management. We will push with a medium compound in order to stay close to the cars in front of us, and when they pit in the 4th and in the 5th lap, we will try to overtake as much of them as we can. And our third strategy, it's again an aggressive strategy. 2 stints equal with a medium compound, 4 laps each. Here we have the ability to push with the medium compound, because 4 laps with a medium compound are completed very easily by pushing the red button too in Canada, and that's why we will use Eclipse or Gladiator. It's 8 laps. In 7 of them in the straights, in the big straight, in 7 of them, we're going on the red. And hopefully Eclipse or Gladiator will make miracles. They usually do. So, that's it for our 7th track, and let's go to our last track, which is Abu Dhabi. Yes, it's a dry race, and it's again a fast and furious race. That's why we're going for the undercut for our first driver. All with a soft compound, all the stints with a soft compound. 2-3-3 is the stints, the 3 stints. Dead Fast or Eclipse or Gladiator for our first driver. For our second driver, we can go with 1 pit stop, 4 laps with a medium compound each. Street Shark or Eternal Flame, we need a little bit of tire usage for this in order to work. But alternatively, we can go with 2 pit stops with our second driver. We will go the opposite, exactly the opposite stints than our first driver. We will go 3 laps the first stint, 3 laps the second stint, and 2 laps the third stint for our second driver. And then we can go with Dead Fast, Eclipse or Gladiator for our second driver too. Dead Fast and Eclipse are the best you can use. Gladiator and even Lumberjack are very good alternatives, and even Hex, of course, are very good alternatives if you don't have Dead Fast or Eclipse. So that's it for our weekend, the Christmas weekend that we're going to race. And I hope you find useful the video. I hope it was interesting for you. And if you decide to use all or some of the strategies we have shown you here today, just give me some feedback to see what's working, what's not working, to have a discussion, to see to get better strategies, because this is how this goes. Together we can improve our game. So thank you for watching. Tomorrow we're going live at the afternoon. Subscribe in order to get notified when I'm going live, and from this time and on, my live streaming will be in English too, so we can all join. You can all join the company. You can all join the live and discuss whatever you want. So thank you for watching, and I'm expecting you to my live tomorrow. See you, and did I say it? Subscribe, huh? Okay, thank you very much. And if you are not here this weekend to my live sessions, Merry Christmas to everyone. Have a nice holiday. Spend these days with people you love, and well, have nice results in FNA class. Bye.